Buenos días, mis estudiantes. Today we're talking about the question, ¿Qué hora es? And judging by the clock, I bet you can tell me what this means. And it does. It means, what time is it? Literally, what hour is it? But that's pretty close to what we have in the English language. Now, since you've learned how to tell time on a clock like this, we've used these numbers to help us tell time. Now, you've learned that these numbers not only mean the numbers that are there, but they also have a secret meaning. This right here, this number 1, doesn't always mean 1. It can also mean 5. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So these numbers have a secret meaning. We know that that's the minutes, right? Okay. Now, traditionally, telling time in Spanish is about half the same as we do it. And then the other half, it's different, traditionally. Okay? And I'm going to show you the traditional way of doing things. It's a little different. So, like I said, this is your hour, right? That was the secret meaning for that 12. Secret meaning for 1 is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. This is still 30. Now, this is where the secret changes a little bit, okay? If you don't know what I'm talking about, the secret being the minutes, instead of going to 35, I'm going to go to 25. And then to 20. And then to 15, 10, 5, and double 0. So what's going on here? At this 30-minute mark, okay, instead of continuing on to 60, a countdown to the next hour begins. Now, at first, this may sound weird, but I'm willing to bet that you've heard someone say, when they're asked the time, 20 till, 15 till, 10 till, 5 till. I bet you've heard someone say that before. And that's exactly what we're doing here. Not in the same language, it's a little bit different, but that's the same idea I want you to have in your mind when we do this. Let's first, however, start off with the easy ones. Okay, let's start off with the easy ones. If we wanted to say that it's, let's say, 3 o'clock, and we wanted to say it's 3 o'clock, we would start off with this phrase, son las tres. Okay? Easy enough? Son las tres. Okay? Now, if we want to add to that 3 o'clock, let's make it to where you can see me a little better. Son las tres. Here, I'll put it up here so we can see it. Let's say it's not just 3 o'clock, but it's 3:05. Okay, let's put that up there. Son las tres. We're happy now. We're still happy. Same thing. In fact, we're going to stay happy. We're just going to say y cinco. So in English, we would say it's 3:05, but here it's son las tres y cinco. Well, that's not too hard. That's not too bad. Okay? Everything on this side is pretty happy. I'm going to call this the light side. This is all dealing with the minutes. All the minutes. All the minutes. That's the light side. I'll show you. Let's use another one. Let's use 8 o'clock. All right? We're still happy. We're still happy. We're on the light side. 8 o'clock. Son las ocho. Son las ocho. So, still happy. We could even go 8:15. All right, 8:15. We'll use the same pattern we did earlier. Son las tres y cinco for 3:05. Well, now we're going to do the same thing for 8:15. Son las ocho y, instead of cinco, I'll use quince. Son las ocho y quince. Things are still happy. That's a good thing. But I have this red marker here because the red marker represents the dark side. If you see representations of Star Wars here, yes, that's what I was going for. The dark side represents the little bit more tricky side for us native English speakers. It's a little bit different. We have to keep in mind we're saying 25 till, 20 till, 15 till. We'll say it a little differently though. Okay? Let's still use 3 o'clock. We'll still use 3 o'clock. But this time, dark side, need to use the dark side marker. Still 3 o'clock, but now we're going to say 3:35. Okay? Now, 3:35. Traditionally speaking, this is how you write it. Son las 4, ran out of room, menos 25. So, what has happened here? Son las 4 menos 25. We have now, what we are saying is it's 4, son las 4, it's 4 minus 25. I know, it's a math problem, but it's a lot like what we would say. If someone said, what time is it? And they gave you the till phrase, it's 35 minutes till 4. That's what, or check that, 25 minutes till 4. I need to not read what is right up there and say the correct thing. So that's what we're saying here. It is 4 minus 25, or 25 minutes till 4. So if you think of it that way, it might be a little easier. Let's use that 8 o'clock one. Let's use that 8 o'clock. We'll go 8, and we use 15 over there, so we'll use a weird one. 8:43. Okay? So you might have to do a little math. Quick math right there. Hopefully you don't have to get out your calculator. If you do, don't admit it. So 8:43, we'll start off with son las. Now we need to go, just like here, we need to go to the next hour up. Because remember, we're subtracting from that hour. So son las, what's the next hour? 8:09. Son las 9. We'll use our menos here. Menos. And did you already figure out that minute, that little subtraction problem? DSECF. So, light side, things are happy. Things are how you know them. It's great. Hooray! We rejoice. Son las 3 for 3 o'clock. 3:05, son las 3:05. Son las 8 for 8 o'clock, and then 8:15, son las 8:15. And then right here, it changes at the 31-minute mark. When you start 31, that's when we start the dark side. 31 all the way to 59, that's the dark side. All the way to 59. We have to think of it in this way. We have to go to the next hour and subtract the minutes. So for 3:35, son las 4 menos 25. 8:43, son las 9 menos 17. Now, there is one more thing I need to add. One more thing. I'm going to erase this. Say goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. If you need more time to take notes, you have the wonderful ability to go back and or pause. So, when we've talked about math problems, we hinted at numbers are, in Spanish, they're either singular or plural. English doesn't have that. All numbers are just singular. For example, 2 and 2 is 4. Not 2 and 2 are 4. But in Spanish, 2 and 2 are 4. Okay? So we got to do that. We got to do that here. And for the time, the hour that we must do that for, is this guy. Where's my blue marker? Blue marker. We're in happy side now. Light side. All right, for the 1 o'clock hour, we have to do That very same thing. So we're going to use, instead of son las, we will use es la una. That's for 1 o'clock. Es la una. And if it's 1:15, es la una y 15. So for the 1 o'clock hour, we must do, I dropped the marker, we must do something a little special. Instead of son las, that we'll use for every other hour, we have to use es la. That gets a little tricky again. Because remember, let's go back to the dark side. Let's say it's 12:50. Let's say it's 12:50. You might be thinking, oh, it's 12 o'clock. We don't have to use the special es la rule. But remember, on the dark side, in between the minutes of 31 and 59, you got to go to the next hour and subtract. So the next hour from here is 1 o'clock. Es la una menos. How much is that? Quick math, that's 10. All right. So, telling time on the surface can be complicated. But remember, on the light side, when the minutes are 00 to 30, things are kind of how we're used to do it. You say the hour and then you say the minutes. Okay? It's when the minutes change from 30 to 31 all the way to 59. So 31 to 59, when those minutes are there, you've got to use the dark side. You have to go to the next hour and subtract. You have to think in the how many minutes till the next hour. Okay? Thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to send me a reminder, send me an email, or just talk to me in class if you're in session, and I will do my best to help you figure this out. So long. Hasta luego.